Have you ever found yourself trapped in a loop of negative thoughts, where no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to break free? You're not alone. Negative thinking can take over our lives, affecting our mood, our relationships, and even our success. It's that quiet voice in your head telling you, you're not good enough, or what if everything goes wrong? But what if I told you this doesn't have to be your reality? Here's the good news. Negative thinking is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. In today's video, we're going to walk through a powerful step-by-step guide that will help you shift your mindset from self-doubt and negativity to positivity and empowerment. Imagine how different your life could be if you could turn those negative thoughts into confidence, clarity, and peace. We'll cover why negative thoughts occur in the first place, how they trap us in a mental cycle, and most importantly, how to break free. Whether it's stress, anxiety, or a lack of self-esteem that's weighing you down, this guide will give you practical tools you can start using right away. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by your own thoughts, or if you've tried and failed to change your mindset, stick around. This video is for you. But here's the catch. Changing the way you think takes effort. It's not just about positive affirmations or thinking happy thoughts. It's about understanding how your mind works and using proven strategies to challenge and replace those negative patterns. So, if you're ready to take control of your thoughts and live a more fulfilling, confident life, let's get started. Step 1. Understanding negative thinking. To truly overcome negative thinking, we first need to understand what it is and how it works. Negative thinking is a pattern of thought where you consistently interpret situations, yourself, or the future in a negative way. It's that inner critic telling you, things are going to go wrong, or I'm just not good enough. This kind of thinking creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe things will go wrong, you're more likely to behave in ways that lead to negative outcomes. It's a vicious cycle, but why is it so hard to break free from it? The truth is, our brains are wired to focus on the negative. It's a survival mechanism known as the negativity bias. In the past, this was helpful for keeping us safe from dangers, but in today's world it can backfire, causing us to dwell on minor problems and amplify them into something much bigger than they actually are. This is why we often find ourselves fixating on one negative comment instead of focusing on the dozens of positive ones. But there's hope. Just because we have a negativity bias doesn't mean we're stuck with it forever. The key is recognizing when we're engaging in negative thinking and then taking action to change it. This is where the real work begins. Step 2. Identifying negative thoughts. The first step in breaking free from negative thinking is becoming aware of it. It sounds simple, but many of us go through our days without even realizing how often we're caught in a web of negativity. To become aware of your negative thoughts, you need to start paying attention to your inner dialogue. When something goes wrong, what do you say to yourself? Do you immediately think, I'm such a failure, or nothing ever goes right for me? These are classic examples of negative self-talk. One of the most effective ways to become aware of your thoughts is to keep a thought journal. Every time you notice a negative thought creeping in, write it down. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. Maybe you're most critical of yourself when you're at work, or when things don't go exactly as planned. Maybe you're particularly hard on yourself when you compare yourself to others. The key here is to recognize these patterns, because once you're aware of them, you can start to change them. Step 3. Challenging negative thoughts. The next step is challenging those negative thoughts. Just because a thought pops into your head doesn't mean it's true. In fact, many of our negative thoughts are distorted and irrational. They're based on fear, insecurity, or old beliefs that no longer serve us. To challenge a negative thought, ask yourself, is this really true? For example, if you think, I always mess things up, ask yourself if that's 100% accurate. Chances are, you don't mess up everything. Maybe you made a mistake in one situation, but that doesn't mean you're a failure overall. Another great way to challenge negative thoughts is to look for evidence to the contrary. If you think, I'm not good at anything, take a moment to reflect on your past successes. Surely there have been times when you've done well, whether it's in your personal or professional life. By finding evidence that contradicts your negative thought, you start to weaken its hold on you. Step 4. Reframing your thoughts. You can also try reframing your thoughts. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, try shifting your perspective to, this is challenging, but I can learn and improve. Reframing allows you to see a situation from a more balanced and realistic perspective. You're not sugarcoating things or pretending that challenges don't exist, but you're acknowledging that even in difficult situations, there's room for growth and improvement. Reframing is a powerful tool because it shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's possible. It encourages you to see opportunities rather than obstacles, and that shift in perspective can make all the difference. Breaking free from negative thinking is a process, and it's not something that happens overnight. But the more you practice these steps, becoming aware of your thoughts, challenging them, and reframing them, the easier it becomes to shift your mindset. Over time, you'll notice that those negative thoughts lose their power over you, and you'll be able to replace them with more constructive, empowering thoughts. Remember, you have the power to control your thoughts. You don't have to be a victim of negativity. With time and effort, you can rewire your brain to think more positively and live a more fulfilling life. Now, if this guide has helped you take the first steps toward freeing your mind, then imagine how much more you could learn and achieve by staying connected. By subscribing to this channel, you'll get access to more valuable tips and strategies for personal growth and mindset shifts, just like this one. Liking the video helps us reach more people who are struggling with negative thinking, and sharing it might be exactly what someone you care about needs right now. Together, we can build a community that supports each other in creating positive change. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's keep growing and breaking free.